So it's almost time for Christmas. You've got your decorations up, you've got your lights switched on, and you're enjoying a warm hot chocolate. You're sitting down watching the TV, maybe watching a Christmas movie, some Home Alone, maybe the Muppets, anything that really tastes your interest, maybe some Christmas specials. You may be watching I'm a Celebrity, and overall you're feeling in a pretty festive mood. But then you kind of realise that you've got to this problem. You haven't done presents yet, which may or may not be sort of guilty of that. And you've basically got 13 days to get everything sorted, which honestly is not much of time. And then you know that they like Legos, so then where do you come? You head on to old SRJ Studios, and here is my Christmas guide for 2021, and these will be covering the themes that I do focus on this channel, so that would be Ninjago, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Marvel, and DC, which I know that my main one is definitely Ninjago, but still, nevertheless, we'll sort of be going through some price range brackets. So on screen now, you can see we'll be talking about sets that basically cost £10 or less. Then if you've got a bit more money, we'll do the £10 to £20, then the $20 to $35. Then if you can spend even a bit more money, we've got the £35 to £50, the £50 to £100, and then the £100 to £200 range, and then we've got Break the Bank, which is literally any set, the £200 or more. So yeah, I've basically tried to even it out as much as I can in these brackets, because everyone has different amount of income and how much they can spend, and might just want an idea, so that is what we're going with, and we are going with full price. So some of these sets you will be able to get a lot cheaper. One of them I'm going to say, for example, the Guardianship, it's £130. You can get that for about £90 now, so there's definitely some really good deals going around. So yeah, I thought I'd bring in this video. Also, thank you to one of the viewers who actually did drop an Instagram message saying basically, could I do a video like this? So thank you to that person. This is a really good idea, and I hope everyone does enjoy it. So thank you to that person. And without further ado, let's start off with the £10 range. So starting off with the £0 to £10 range, which of course you will most likely get nothing for zero, unless you're incredibly lucky, or if it's a freebie, which to get freebies, you typically normally have to spend over £100 to get a proper freebie. So yeah, that doesn't of course really work in this scenario here. But yeah, these may be stuff that you choose for stockings, maybe put a little thing under the tree, maybe just a little bonus or something like that. Maybe you've got a little bit more money to spend, or it's just something, just a small little token gesture to a friend or someone like that. So yeah, this year there has not been that many £9, £10 sets, which I'm trying to go from the best ones collectively, not just it's got a good figure, a good piece. For example, the epic battle sets of this year, they've been okay, but the builds are kind of like a little bit anticlimactic, and then Zane's hairpiece is basically what you'd be buying one of them for, like the £9 Ninjoid one, so that obviously does not really work. So looking at what we can get, for example, we can, for £3.50 you could buy the Lego minifigure series. This year we've had Series 21, which is an okay minifigure series. You know, I don't think anyone would be too disappointed if they're collecting it, but this is where I think the real money is. You have the Looney Tunes series, so if you're a massive fan, or whoever you're buying it for is a massive Looney Tunes fan, you can't go wrong for £3.50. You get one mysterious character, but if you ask in the Lego shop, they generally do help you feel for them. And if you see someone feeling them, like, feel free to ask the person. I've done it before, and people have asked me in the past. You never know. It's always nice to help people out in that way, and they may help you out as well in trying to find the figure you're after. And yes, the employers, like I just said, do occasionally help you, or mainly they normally do help you. It depends on how busy it is. So you could get one of them. There are 12 to get. Maybe you wanted to get the whole series. That really depends, within that be about £46. But then you could also get the Marvel collectible minifigure series as well. For the Marvel series, there are 12 incredible detailed minifigures, and I'm just going to say I recommend Falcon and Captain Carter. They are two of the most detailed minifigures of all time, and that's Spider-Man. Spider-Man No Way Home is just coming out, so that Spider-Man figure, I really don't think anyone will be disappointed, or if they like Spider-Man, that would be another really good one to go for. Then again, sticking with Marvel, we've got this little Eternals aerial assault set, from which this is a really neat set. You get Icarius, and then you get Sprite from the new Eternals movie, and it's a really neat little build. It's good to see one of these £9 sets back. So yeah, that is definitely a really good set. I would recommend you get some cool figures, and the build you get is honestly really, really neat. So yeah, that is everything that you can get. So that is £3.50 for the CMS, £3.50 per one, but that would be £24 if you got one of each different figure. But of course, that's most likely not what you're planning to do. Then we've got the Eternals Aerial Assault, which is a £9 set, which is not too bad. So those are the ones in that bracket. Now let's move on to the next bracket. So then moving up to the £10 to £20 range, this year there has not been anything too much in this range. For some reason, Lego are going more to 25 to 28, which honestly is a disappointment, but still, we've got a few in this set. So starting off, we've got the Hogwarts Polyjuice Mistake set, which is basically where they use a transformation potion that is Harry, Ron, and Hermione to turn into Crabbe, Goyle, and I can't remember who Hermione turns into, but this set is really good. It connects with all the other Harry Potter sets of the year, which is already a massive bonus. So if you got this, you could connect it to some other ones that later on, which I will reference at their respective brackets. But then also you do get Cat Hermione, which is something that quite a lot of people have been after, and this does include a really nice little build. You get the entrance to the Train Bar of Secrets, and you also get the bathroom stalls, which is a nice addition to it as well. So yeah, it's one of those sets which for some people it might not be interesting because it's literally a bathroom, but if you're going to get the other Harry Potter sets, it might be a good one. Or if the person you know is just a massive Harry Potter fan, it would be a really good set to go. Then we've got a Mandalorian Throne Room Duel. This set is not for the builds. If you're a massive fan of Ahsoka Tano and Clone Wars Season 7 especially, and Darth Maul, this comes with the Crimson Dawn variant, which is really, really cool. It has the Ahsoka minifigure. So if you're a fan of their characters, their respective characters each, or Clone Wars Season 7, or Star Wars in general, this is a really good one because the minifigures, I think, is where it's really going to attract fans quite a lot. It's got some just really wanted minifigures in a really affordable set, so that is good, and you can get it a little bit cheaper. Then we've got Lloyd's Hydro Mech, which is of course another mech. You say another mech, is it kind of boring? No, this time around Lego made a mech, but it was like a submarine mech. Like imagine if Emmett from the Lego movie got a submarine, or sorry, you can see it on screen, of course, I'm just not looking at it with me now, well technically I am, but you basically get this like submarine but turned into a mech, like I said, from the Lego movie, as if Emmett had done it. It honestly just looks fantastic, and it is a breath of fresh air. It is such a unique set, and I honestly could not recommend it enough. It's just such a unique build, and I'm sure it'll be one of those sets that you would really, really enjoy. It's just such a unique one. So yeah, that is the 10 to 20 pounds. There's technically two Spider-Man Far From Home sets, but I don't think those would be as interesting due to them basically having just terrible builds, and neither of them are from Spider-Man No Way Home, but their figures are sort of. So yeah, that's mainly where that hype comes from. But again, I don't think too many would be interested in that. So then now let's move up to the next range. So then moving up to the 20 to 35 pound range, we've actually got quite a few here because of Lego's really weird pricing, and it's been quite a hard one to kind of pick what do we want to put in here. But of course this is at full retail, so please just remember that in mind. But starting off, we've got a Ninjago set celebrating the 10 years of Lego Ninjago, and this is a Tournament of Elements set. This was a really exciting one for many people because it did include Gravis, Jacob, and Blobo, three of the Elemental Masters which we have been collecting. So if there was a Ninjago fan, this would be perfect because you have them three. Then you get Izarai, a Legacy version, you get a Lloyd, a Jay, and a Kai. So the minifigure selection in this set is absolutely fantastic. It's 7 minifigures, and also, sorry, you get an 8th, of course, you get the Golden Lloyd minifigure, which is another one, of course, celebrating the 10th anniversary. For Ninjago fans, this is absolutely perfect here. Then if we're going into a bit more of the mature side for adults, we've got the Bro Force New Asgard, or kids who want to have a topless 4, because, hey, kids maybe want to, but yeah, this is more for an adult set. But you have 4, Cork, and Meek, so that is definitely a really interesting one. Then, of course, we had the Hogwarts Moments. If you're more interested into books, or you're a bookworm, but you also like Lego or Harry Potter, you could display these 4 nice little books. They do fold out into a proper little build, so that is really cool. Then we do have the Spider-Man at the Sanctum Workshop, which is not the best build-wise, but if you're a fan of Spider-Man, and especially Spider-Man No Way Home coming out this Wednesday in England, we're getting it 2 days early, so I can't wait to watch that Wednesday evening. This would be a perfect one. You get MJ, you get Spider-Man in his new Rune outfit, you get Wong and Doctor Strange, so that is fantastic, especially with this being the first publicly released Wong minifigure, so that is really exciting for some. Then we got a few other really exciting sets, and then next up we have got the only DC set, which is the Tumbler, which lots of people have really enjoyed this year. It is a really compact, small, dense to build, but it looks absolutely pretty much perfect to what you see. The minifigure selection could definitely be better, but it still looks really cool. Then we do have the Fawkes the Phoenix, which, as you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. You have the exclusive Dumbledore minifigure, and for a Harry Potter fan, this is literally the perfect display. Then also you have got the Fluffy Encounter set, set. So if you're a massive Harry Potter fan and you want to add it to the others, you can add it to the new modular system, which does include this, the Chamber of Secrets, the Quidditch set from this year, and the bathroom and the 3 Gryffindors dorm room this year. So that is really exciting, and that also does include the Hermione golden minifigure. So yeah, those are definitely some really good sets for the £20 to £35 range. Also, we have actually got the Imperial Armored Marauder from the Mandalorian Season 2. This is another really neat build. It is a lot better than you'd expect. It is really, again, a condensed, detailed build. And overall, it's a fantastic set. We've then finally got the Boulder Blaster, again, celebrating the 10 years of Ninjago. You get Cole, his golden 10th anniversary minifigure. So again, that is another really fantastic set, and those two are also additions. Now, let's move on to the next bracket. And then moving over to the £35 to £50 bracket range, there are only 3 sets we can say here. So starting off, we've got the Keeper's Village. This is a tribal village from Ninjago. For some, if you maybe just want a village or like a tribal sort of base set, this would be perfect for you. It's got some Caribbean vibes from Pirates of the Caribbean, so that might appeal your interests. And this is a Ninjago set, so of course Ninjago fans would be definitely excited with it. Then we have got the Slave 1 from The Mandalorian Season 2, it returning in its glory. This set looks absolutely fantastic. The detail is fantastic. Like, they really, again, I keep saying it, they keep this year cramming, condensing all these details into really small, more affordable sets, which is fantastic. The last one was literally double the price, so that is really exciting. Then finally, we have one of the best Lego Star Wars sets ever, and one of the overall best sets of the year is the Mandalorian Starfighter, which does retail for £50, and this of course does include Gar Saxon and Bo-Katan for the first time, so that is equally amazing. And those are those 3 sets. These equally are incredible. Like, the detail on all of these sets is really awesome. So now let's move up to the £50 to £100 range. So then for the £50 to £100 range, there is so many sets that we can go for. So sort of starting off lower at the tier, we've got the Infinity Gauntlet, of course, from Infinity War and Endgame. This is sort of a helmet scale set for £55. This is a really neat set for especially like desk builds and like corner displays and stuff like that. So anyone who's a fan of the Infinity Saga, the comics, Infinity Gauntlet, anything like that, that would be absolutely perfect for you. Then we have got the Hogwarts chess. If you're a chess fan, it's absolutely perfect. You get the 10th anniversary, the Lego Harry Potter 20th anniversary Golden Snape minifigure. So that again is really helpful for you. Then we've got a couple others, which this one may not be as much for you, but this is the Avengers Endgame Final Battle. The set, the minifigures aren't that good and the build isn't, but this does include all the Endgame like characters in their like final costumes. We get Scarlet Witch, we get Captain America in his stealth suit, we get the Iron Man mark, I believe it's 85, 87, something like that. You get the new Thanos, so you do get quite a lot of desirable minifigures, and we do of course get 4, so that is a good one. Then we've got the Arshium Shadow from Eternals. It is such a fantastic looking set. The knees are a bit wobbly, but still it does look really cool. Then we've got Temple at the Endless Sea from a Ninjago. It is such a fantastic looking set with the dark azure, the black and the gold and the dark sand. It looks really good. It really just runs well. The set does. We then got the Water Dragon for £55. Again, it's a Ninjago set. The dragon looks absolutely just fantastic. You can see what it looks like. It moves really cool. The shaping, the detailing, it's a bit smooth. It does look a little bit, it loses its Lego feel a little bit, but still when you look at it, it is definitely a really fantastic set. And then we do have the Lego Ideas Winnie the Pooh set, which if you're a massive Disney fan or Winnie the Pooh, or in fact anything of that like genre and that type of era, this will be the set for you. This for me is still one of my favorite sets of this year. I think that it's absolutely just astounding. The figures, everything, it is just such a really good set. So those are everything in that range. We've got a few to go over that will be over that limit, and I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any other good ones to recommend. So yeah, those are the sets for this range. Now let's move on to the higher range. So if somebody has been especially well behaved this year, or you've got a work bonus, or you just wanted to spend a lot more money, or you have a lot more money to spend, we've got the £100 to £200 range, which is an absolute massive one. So starting off, let's go with Moff Gideon's Cruiser. Wow, what a set this is. It includes the Dark Trooper, Fennec Shan, the Mandalorian, Grogu. This is just such a well done set for fans. You can see the figures there. The Dark Trooper looks absolutely incredible, and for anyone who's a fan of the Mandalorian Season 2, they would love this set. Just looking at it, it's a playset on the interior, but mainly it is an exterior set. For any adult collector, I'm sure they'd love to have it on their desk just looking at it, sitting it. I know my uncle does, so if that's any cancellation, there is that. But yeah, that is a really fantastic set. We then do have the Chamber of Secrets, which does of course connect to the other ones, which that is another play set, but it does include the Chamber of Secrets. So for Harry Potter fans and children and even adults, it's really good to finally see the chamber back. We then have the Guardianship from Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2, and we also do see that in, I believe, the end of Volume 1, and we also of course see Infinity War and Endgame, though I don't exactly know how they got it back in Endgame, but somehow they did get it back and it didn't get destroyed. I do scratch my head on the logic of that, and also is the pod missing, but we're not a movie channel, we're not going to talk about that. So that is definitely a really just fantastic overall set. The detail is incredible. The cockpit can't have two characters side by side, but it still looks really cool. We then have the Hydro Bounty for Ninjago, a massive Ninjago submarine. For people who aren't a fan of Ninjago, you could take off a couple tiles and it is an incredible looking submarine, so that is honestly fantastic for you guys, so that would work really well. And then finally we have got the buildable Harry and Hermione. So again, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you want to have statues of two of your favourite characters of Harry Potter or Hermione, you can build massive minifigure scale versions, well not minifigure scale, but I mean massive versions of the minifigures in a higher scale ratio, which honestly is absolutely fantastic. I feel like you'd have a laugh on that. For me, I hope I can get it this year. It just looks such a blast of a set. So those are that range, and now is everyone ready to just get their wallets and purses and be like, you know what, stuff this, break the bank? Well, here we are, let's break the bank. So then finally coming down to breaking the bank here, we are going to start off at the low end, which somehow we are going to have a low end to breaking the bank, but it's coming in at the lower £230, which honestly is already insane, like really expensive. So if we're already at that price, it's going to get crazy here. But taking a look at the first one, we've got the Hogwarts Icons Hedwig set, which this is of course for the 20th anniversary of Lego and Harry Potter. This does include a Lego Golden Dumbledore, McGonagall and Hagrid, so it has the final three. It has a stamp for all of the golden figures, and it has this absolute just beautiful looking Hedwig, which is sort of in scale, I believe, with the real owl, and it looks absolutely fantastic. You've got some books, and it's just one of those sets that really takes your breath away. You've got Tom Riddle's diary, you have some potions from Hermione, you just have so many little details of Chocolate Frog, you have the scarf, the glasses, the wand from Harry. It honestly is absolutely fantastic, and it's one of those sets that any Harry Potter fan would love to receive. They'll just be like, oh my, what is this? It is just an ideal set for any Harry Potter fan. But then if you're a bit more of a fan of the classic Christmas movies, we have the Home Alone set, again for £230. This is the McAllister's house. You get Harry and Marv and Kevin and his mum and the old creepy guy, I cannot remember his name, but that is another fantastic set if you want a set that has a highly detailed interior to a house, or if you just want a Christmas themed set, so that is a good one for you to go. So then coming in, I believe at £275, we've got the Ninjago 10th anniversary Ninjago City set, which for me personally, this isn't a great one, but I know lots of people do like it for the aesthetic for Ninjago. This does include just an incredibly sized Lego city for Ninjago. So for some people, that'll be just an absolutely really good detailed set for the Ninjago figures. You get Golden Woo, though the figures you can get on bricks and pieces, so that might be a better option and more affordable. But then next up, we do have the Daily Bugle from Marvel. This is one of the best Lego sets of all time. I'm fortunate to own this set, and it is absolutely just fantastic. It's one of those sets that you just look at and you go, wow. It honestly is just such a fantastic set. The minifigures is incredible. You also get the Punisher for the first time. You get Daredevil, Black Cat. You get so many good minifigures. You get J.J. Jameson. You also get Blade, the living vampire. So for any Marvel fan, this is absolutely perfect. And this is one of those sets I highly recommend. I don't like saying it too often with big sets because they, of course, are very expensive. But personally, I don't see you being disappointed. You can see, like, there's lots of reviews out there. I would love to do one, but with my lighting issues, that's why I actually didn't appear in this video. I was gonna have my Christmas hat, my jumper for my Christmas Baby Yoda jumper, but that sadly wouldn't work with my lighting issues. But yeah, it's such a fantastic set. I'll put some photos you can see on the screen now. It is one of the best Lego Marvel sets of all time, and for me, it is in my top 5 Lego sets of all time. It has absolutely trumped every set this year. Sadly, Hogwarts Icons nearly got there, but no, it is such a fantastic set. It really is an awesome set. And then finally, if you think we've already broken the bank account enough, nearly hitting £300, we're about to come in with the £600 plus Titanic set, which is absolutely fantastic. The details are incredible. You have the boiler room. You just got all these shots of the interior. It has been done really well. And just the whole of the ship, the deck, every little detail is absolutely fantastic. And this really does justice to the real life model and the incident that did unfortunately take place. This is just such a fantastic set that I'm sure that any person who loves that kind of thing would absolutely just fall in love with it. And then finally coming in at £700 for a Lego set, I cannot even put my mind in there. This is going to be the dream set. It doesn't have too many minifigures and they're not that desirable if you've got other sets, but for anyone it is still absolutely fantastic. You get this beautiful looking model, you get some really good minifigures, and of course we'll get a battle pack later at the beginning of next year to add some more figures to it. But taking a look at the set for what it is literally just a perfect looking model. You look at it, it's very expensive, but if you are really just going to break the bank account and you got no limit and they love Star Wars, or you love Star Wars, or whoever you are buying it for, that is the one to go. Just look at it. It looks absolutely fantastic. So there we have the list. You can see what I recommend for 2021 at Christmas, or maybe birthdays, or well, this is mainly a Christmas, but you never know, birthdays may or may not be coming up. So yeah, these are my best picks. Of course, you don't have to go for this, anything in this. This is just me trying to help you guys out, because I know some people might want some help, and I've had it where people have like asked me because I'm sort of in the Lego area. So this is just a list to sort of help you and sort of guide you in the same direction. Like for example, you might not be a Ninjago fan, you might see the Bounty, then you have a look at the whole range and you see some other stuff that you like. So that is just a nice little thing that hopefully this will help you all out. And yeah, my voice is sort of going now because I have been really talking quite loud. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. What do you think? What are you hoping to get for Christmas? What are you planning on getting for Christmas? What other fantastic sets are you hoping we'll get next year? And yeah, thank you again to the subscriber, the person who commented on doing this video idea. And I really hope you did enjoy this video. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. What are you hoping to get for Christmas this year? Honestly, I'm really hoping I can get the Hogwarts icon set. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's such a breathtaking set. It is really cool. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and until the next video, I'll see you there. Bye for now.